In the year 1975 of the Third Age, a party of Dunedain, led by the brothers Lyganed and Hyador, traveled north into Forachel to reclaim the relics left behind in the flight from the wreck of Fornost.
Welcome back everyone to Piney Plays the Beorning, and actually today I am playing a ranger as we look for Harador and see what he has to say. We have come this far without incident, Langeland, but the road north is certain to become more dangerous. Little is known of snowmen of Forchel, but if they are opposed to the Witch King, we will surely find them to be allies. Still, the ship bearing our Vedui should have returned by now, and its absence fills me with worry. We must press onward, no matter what we find. The sooner we learn of what has befallen King Vedui, the sooner we may leave this cold land. There are worms on the rise ahead, Langeland. Use your skills to remain unseen and clear the path for us. That way we may bring the wagon up the road safely. The trade goods we bring may loosen the tongues of the snowmen, as the fate of our king. Alright, so let's kill some worms. And we want to start out with some stealth.
Lyganed's ability to remain unseen was unrivaled in the north.
So he's the most burglarious Dunedain. Alright. Alright, let's see what we do. Alright, that's one down. 5 to go. Alright. It's 2 down. Fortunately, there isn't much of a cooldown on this stealth. That's good. Unfortunately, they are all... Actually, let's see. Yeah, we'll take care of this one first. And see what that does.
Lyganed worked quickly, and soon half of the worms were defeated. Only 3 remained.
Thank you for the commentary. Alright, that's 3 down. Well, the answer to that is yes. 3 down. A couple more to go. The opening shot he can only do while in stealth. Alright, that's 5, so this should be it. The last of the worms. Hello, worm! And... oh, well. This one's a little tougher than the rest. Okay.
Lyganed cleared the path of the winter worms and returned to Hyador.
Alright, so let's head back to Hyador then, since we want to satisfy what the narrator said. And let's see which page. And this, yes, and of course it was longer than I remember because I was too busy killing worms before to figure out what was going on in the past. Alright, we don't need to watch world chat while I'm doing this. Alright, okay, done. Very good, Lyganed. Now that the worms are cleared of the pass, we can resume our journey northward into Forchel to learn what we may learn. Oh yeah. Really deep.
The small party continued north, coming at last to the shores of the Ice Bay.
Alright, that's an ice bay. You remember this when we were doing the epic earlier? That ship, and considering that this is long in the past, that shows you how long that ship's been there. We have come to the end of our road, Lyganed. Look there! The ship that was to carry King Vedui back home lies in ruin. Wish now as you never have before. Wish that he was not aboard the vessel when it broke apart. We cannot tarry here, though the dread lies heavy on our heart. Hurry! Hurry, this way! There are people.
But even as they raced along the shore, they knew what awaited them. Hasika, the chieftain of that people, simply shook his head.
You are the people of the Tall King?
It was not a question. The Dunedain had been expected.
If you speak of King Ardui, know that he is our liege. What has become of him? The Tall King sheltered with us for a time, until the great sea monster came. We warned him not to climb atop it. Our shaman smelled danger on the air. He did not listen. How could this happen? The power of the Witch King is very strong in winter. His ice broke the sea monster's back. Who now will rule your people? Did the Tall King have no sons?
Lygonid explained then to Hasika that Arvidui had a son. The line would continue.
All right. I am glad that the Tall King had a son to continue his rule. Long may his heirs rule from faraway peoples. He spoke of great treasures and valuable things. He said that they were carried upon the sea monster's back, and that they could be used against the Witch King for the betterment of both our peoples. But now all are lost. Nothing comes back out of the frozen water. Only the treasure he gave me remains. Wait, what treasure is this which you speak? Before he left us, at his peril, the Tall King gave me this ring. He said it had no power, but his people would give much to have it back. So it's the least of all rings? Oh, sorry, wrong least of all rings. Lang, I need a word with you. That must be the ring of Barahir. It possesses no power save its value as an heirloom of the house of Isildur, but its value and ancestry cannot be doubted. Did King Ardui have some sense of the fate that awaited him? Surely not, but it is curious that the ring has escaped when he was unable. We have brought great store with provision with us. We will barter for the return of the ring, and it will go south with us, though its master cannot. We must be content with that. So we don't have the return of the king, but we do have the return of the ring instead. Okay.
It was in this way that the ring of Barahir was saved. For more than 900 years, the descendants of Arvidui ruled as chieftains of the Dunedain.
All right. We are almost there, Korgur, for good or ill. I found that we will not find Arador, our chieftain, still alive, but we cannot call off this pursuit until we know for certain. The hill trolls of the Entmoors make their homes here at the Troll Height, and the tracks lead to the cleft just ahead. I will climb the rise and scout the area from above. There are goblins in these parts as well. I leave their fates to you, but know that the trolls must be our main concern. Good fortune, Korogor. May we not be too late for our chief.
In the year 2930 of the Third Age, Arador, the chieftain of the Dunedain, was taken captive by hill trolls.
Well, he has the same skills.
Korogur and Glengon, two of his closest allies, journeyed far into the Edenmoors to rescue him.
Alright. And this is the only time you're going to see me in the Entmoors. Well, I guess unless you watched Fellowship of the Creeps. Alright, let's see. Yeah, alright, good. Perfect.
Koragur carefully dealt with the goblins he encountered.
Oi! That was a first wimpy shot if the next two were one-shots. Good grief. These goblins don't know what hit them.
The goblins would long whisper of the shadow that cut down their fellows that day.
I'm surprised there were any around to tell that story afterwards. So that's one down. Two down. Wait, really
The
short.
goblins fell before him, and Koragur came to the den of the hill trolls.
Alright, let's see what we have now. Three trolls, that's what we've got. Good grief. I mean, really? 3 against 1. Hey, no fair. Oh, pick on some of your own sides. Alright, that's one down. Hello. Actually, I probably should. No, they're all. Alright, that's another down. Oops. And there we go. Oops. Alright, that's 2 down. Oh, I'm out of power! Ugh! Think you restore power? Oh! I keep on forgetting about that mark. Now that we're on the last troll of the instance. Now I remember it. You know, it would have been helpful if the other guy helps me. Where is he at? I mean, I could use some help here. Good grief. Actually, I could use power more than help. But that's an entirely different matter. That's the thing about session plays, is you inevitably run out of power.
The hill trolls were defeated, but it was too late. The chieftain of the Dunedain was dead.
Oh well. Corpse of Arador. Oops. Oh no! Arador! Arador! Alas! It was too late. Arador has been slain. Cursed be those vile trolls. His son Arathorn is chieftain of the Dunedain now, though he wants it not, and him newly married as well. There is nothing for it, Koragor. We must return with the sad news. I pity that Arathorn for the responsibility that now falls upon him, but we must console ourselves with the knowledge that the line of the Isildur will continue. What a sorrow if it were to end in this world. May Arathorn reach a different fate than his father. Let none come to this troll height without remembering the fate of the chieftain of the Dunedain. From this point forward, the height will be known as Arador's End, and will be a warning to all.
The rangers fervently hoped that Arador's son, Arathorn, would rule long as their chief, but it was not to be. 1 year after the birth of his son Aragorn, Arathorn was slain by orcs, and his wife fled to Rivendell.
All right. Hello, Aragorn. We have been friends for many years, Tugon, and we have explored the wild lands of Eriador together. Your friendship means a great deal to me, but I have said nothing from which you should be angry with me. I have told you before that I plan to adventure in the Southlands, then to return when I have done deeds worthy of my father and grandfather. You cannot come with me, my friend. If I am to lead the Dunedain, needs must I perform feats worthy of that obligation. It is something I must do alone. We'll learn in later chapters some of the things that he does in Volume 4 that he did after this.
In the year 2956 of the Third Age, Aragorn was about to make an important acquaintance.
Ooh, I wish to see the great kingdoms of the south, Tugon. Who's on the road ahead? Few travelers take this way. You, a long way from Old Man? What brings you on the road?
The old man smiled with amusement.
What is it you say is true? I might also be said of you, Aragorn. How do you know my name? No, hold, Tugon. I do not believe this man is our enemy. I know a great deal about you. I know that you were fostered by Elrond of Rivendell after the death of your father. I know that he has told you something of your noble lineage. I know that he has given you heirlooms of your house, the shards of Narsil and the ring of Barahir. Ah, but how do you know these things, old man? I know because it is my business to know. I am Gandalf.
Yes, it was Gandalf, and if Aragorn in his youth spoke roughly, the wizard surely forgave him.
All right. There are great things in store for Aragorn your chieftain Tugon, but he must arrive at them in his own time. It is the solemn duty of all the Dunedain to protect him, for he is descended from Isildur in line unbroken, and one day he must rule Gondor. What? But there are mighty words, and the time is still far off. We all have to work to do before the day comes. Not just Aragorn, and not just in our small way, the wizards, but you as well, Tugon. You will not travel with Aragorn on this journey into the kingdoms of the south, for he has made up his mind. But you still have your role to play. In friendship you will carry it out and have victory, I am certain, for that is a weapon no servant of the enemy fully understands. Elrond has spoken to me of Gandalf the Grey, and I am ashamed I did not recognize him at first. Still, he has warmth, though perhaps he tries to hide it. There were many things I wanted to ask him, but if we should we ever meet, but now I cannot think of any. What a chance meeting. Let us continue to Lothlorien, and perhaps then I will remember the questions I wished to ask. And that is the story of the House of Isildur, going from the last king up until Aragorn. And that is the end of the session play and the beginning of a loading screen, apparently. Alright, and we are back.
All of the Dunedain have played their parts. So
And-
it will be with us.
And so it was that Aragorn, heir of Isildur, through unbroken line of the long years, began his friendship with Gandalf the Grey Pilgrim. He will be known by the sword that he bears, Anduril, Flame of the West, and by the ring of Barahir, once lost but since regained. It is the task of the Dunedain, and indeed of all friends of Aragorn, to ensure he safely comes back to his birthright. We will not question it. If this is the time for the ascension of the kingship, it must be so. Ride with us, Pineclaw, for we ride into history. Langland and Harador and Coragor and Glangon all are remembered for the parts they played in the great drama of the age. So it will be with us.
Speak with Halbarod to see if he has any advice before we depart.
And now, we will continue the story in Chapter 4 in the next episode of Piney Plays the Beorning.